Bodies this way.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm trying a different build on Baron. I already did a build and guide on how to play him, but this time I'm trying out Bluestone into a few damage items. Of course I'm gonna get Chronos Pendant. You just need the cooldown. There's no two ways about it. But in the previous one I recommended going Spirit Vessel for even more cooldown, and I'm gonna try using Worldstone even though I don't like that item. It will give you mana in the early game, and that will be important. Bluestone will help with your Claire for sure, and it'll also help with your poke damage. So, yeah, we're gonna see how it goes. It's gonna be a very slow early game, but late game once I have Doomorb online, they already took it. Late game when I have Doomorb and Ratatouille online, I should be able to hit really hard. The only thing is, those items cost quite a bit of gold, and I haven't really found a god where you can just go Doomorb and Ratatouille first item and do well. At least not a mage. The thing is, you need cooldown in the early game. You can't just rush it. But you could definitely go from Chronos Pendant directly into Doomorb. The only thing is, I definitely think Baron needs more cooldown than just Chronos Pendant. Chronos Pendant gives you 25 cooldown, but it's not enough. I'm just gonna be real with you. So the reason why I'm staying closer to the tower is I do not have a backflip and I cannot turn into a bird, unlike Wukong. However, I have an ult that can pull them in. I wish I pulled them in further, but Wukong should be able to finish this. Or not. I really thought he would do more damage. There it is. Alright. Okay, I am dead. I don't have Aegis. And Wukong died instead. Okay. And where was Neith throughout this entire thing? Anyways. Here we go. Chronos Pendant. Here I come. Depending on what the enemy Sylvanas is building, I may go Soul Reaver to do damage based on max health. Or I could just go directly into Worldstone so I have my ult more often. He seems to be building protections, so I don't think I need Soul Reaver just yet. Soul Reaver is an item that does damage based on max health and item health. So if the enemy team is building items with a lot of health, say Gauntlet of Thieves, instantly start building Soul Reaver. Why? Because Soul Reaver will let you do so much damage they will regret going that item. That's just the truth. What else? If you see them going that one broken item that gives you tenacity and strength, Wormskin Hide, go Soul Reaver. That item doesn't really have a whole lot of health, but Soul Reaver will let you do ticking damage. I really do not like Nuwa and Smite 2. I don't know why people play her, and I wish they would stop so Hi-Rez would just fix the character. But that's just my opinion. No matter what they do, she's somewhat broken, and it's getting old real quick. Alright, I missed all my abilities apparently. Okay, I landed some on the minions, but not enough to kill them, and the Claire was just horrendous. Alright. This is the early game. We're mostly focused on farming, just to get enough gold for items. This Wukong really likes his tiger stance. It's the eye of the tiger, it's the thrill of the fight. Anyone who knows that song, you're probably old. Okay. So with Baron, you want to max out his first ability first, his second ability second, third last, ultimate whenever you can. The ult is all about knowing when and how to use it. It works better when the enemy has Hysteria points on them. So if you've landed your other abilities on the enemy before using the ultimate, it'll pull them quicker than if you just use the ultimate without using any of your prior abilities. However, if you're facing off against an assassin who's going in on you, going straight into the ultimate is kind of the way to go, because you take 50% less damage while you're in ult. And if you can pull them in and stun them, you can follow up with your 3 and then the rest of your kit. So, it's kind of your choice, but It's all about knowing how to survive. Because as Baron, you have no real escape. You don't have a jump, a leap, a teleport, nothing like that. If you land your 2 and the enemy has over 30 Hysteria on them, it'll give you movement speed and slow immunity. However, it won't let you just disappear and go somewhere safe. So you notice how Sylvanas wasn't really pulled out of tower? Because I hadn't landed any other abilities on him before using my ultimate. And that's why I didn't pull him with more intensity. Another tip to always healing your teammates is try to land your 3rd and 1st ability before using your heal. And if the enemy is over 30 Hysteria, it'll always heal your teammates. If the enemy is not over 30 Hysteria, it'll only heal you. And that's what I've noticed. I don't really like the Baron aspect, at least not yet. Um, I feel like in Smite 1, his whole identity was the mage that could heal people, and he was a better healer than Aphrodite for sure in Smite 1. In Smite 2, Aphrodite seems to be the better healer, and honestly, I think she does more damage than him consistently. But I could be wrong. Okay. My team is farming, we're holding wave. So far so good. Um, yeah. The reason I have not gone in is because they have an assassin who has a stun, Sylvanas has a pull, Nuwa has a stun, and she's building physical damage with aspect, so she's building strength with aspect. Essentially, getting stunned by either one of the team or the enemy team is a bad idea. Now, because I had already landed my 3, my 1 pulled her in with more intensity. So your 3 is your best bet to always landing your ultimate, or just land your 1 and 2 and then pull them in. It'll pull them really quickly. And yeah, I think Bluestone is a good starter on him. You do slightly more damage. Your wave clear is noticeably better with Bluestone. And honestly, I wouldn't blame people if they started building Bluestone on mages because you can notice how much better your wave clear is. Like, if you don't want people to build Bluestone, then make them do more damage so they don't need to do it. That's what I think. Alright, healed her. I'm low on mana, but I'm staying here because my Wukong is still pushed up. I think that was her ult. Not sure why she ulted if we weren't going in, but there's that. Alright. I am out of mana and I might be dead here. He did not go for me. Lucky. And he did not retreat either. That guy needs to get out of there. I have no mana. He's dead. He is so dead. I really thought the Ratatoskr was just going to run away, which is why I put my healing there, but he didn't run away. So there's that. Okay, now I'm going for World Stone because I need mana, and this item will give me mana, which is mostly why I'm building it. It also reduced my ultimate cooldown by 30%, but I'm mostly building it for the mana. That's the truth. If they hadn't made that mana change, I would have gone for Spirit Desolation for that 100 intelligence. But now I have 2 proc items, Bluestone and Divine Ruin. Divine Ruin is an anti-heal. He beads, which is why it didn't pull him in, but it did a lot of damage. I'm gonna get out of here and focus the squishy one that I can actually kill. Or she kills me. Or he kills me, Ratatoskr. Yeah, did not see that coming. They actually evenly spaced out so they could get him when he jumps. That's funny. And he just flies away. Imagine if Baron Samedi could just do that, fly away. You would never get caught out ever. He might still die here. Oh, he killed her. He's him. Okay, this rat is just being a rat. Ratatoskr. And he still died. He Aegis and I don't have ult. That's too bad. Divine Ruin is really fun. I proc Divine Ruin and Bluestone with my bottom. Yeah, I think proc items on Baron is the way to go. You just do way more damage than if you're building like Book of Thot or something. He already has it. I got lucky that Nuwa was not hiding in that mist. I could have died there. Wukong is top damage and top kills. Wow. Alright. He got her. We're getting him next. Alright, I got a kill. Here we go. That's a lot of pinging. I'm guessing Rada's there. Got him. I didn't have ults, but I did a lot of damage. He did not run away. Interesting. I really thought he was just gonna run towards the Phoenix. That would make sense, right? But he went the other way. So that happened. Okay, do that. So he doesn't move much. Run away. So far I like this build actually. At least it works against Sylvanas. So you're probably wondering why I want my ultimate more often against Sylvanas. Sylvanas ultimate, he does a giant circle knockup and damage over time. In my ultimate, I would be unaffected by the knockup, and I would take reduced damage. I take 50% less damage in the ultimate as Baron. And essentially, that is the one get out of jail free card for the Assassin, Nuwa, and Sylvanas. None of them can do a lot of damage to you while you're in your ultimate. And that's why I think it's a good thing to have the ultimate more often. I'm going to try to rush Rada Tahuti, and after that I'm going to go for Doom Orb. And then lastly, Penetration. Rada Tahuti increases your intelligence by 25%. That is the item's passive effect. And I feel like this item has to be built in... Wait, what is she doing? This item has to be built in Conquest no matter what. You're still going to get pulled. Okay. Do that. Oh, come on. Someone finish her off, please. Anyways, you have to build Rada Tahuti in Conquest, simply because everyone's going to be doing a lot of damage, and as a mage, you want to be able to just, like, kill someone with 2 abilities. That's why everyone's always stacking in Conquest, using... got him with an auto, using Book of Thot, even though that build sucks for the first half of the match. Another thing I noticed is, if you're always having to build one item to be relevant in the match, do you really have build freedom? I'm just juking everything he's doing, huh? Yeah, this poor guy. Because you have to build an item, like, there is just no way around it. For example, Obsidian Shard, in all game modes, every mage has to have penetration. Else you're not doing as much damage as you could be doing. And if you have to build penetration and Rada Tahuti, that means there's always 2 item slots that will be filled by specific items. You don't have any choice, you just always need those 2 items. And then the rest of it, you have some freedom of what you want to build. Not on my watch. Got him. Alright, let's back and get Rada Tahuti into Doom Orb. Not enough to complete Doom Orb, but that's fine. Doom Orb in the space form gives you 90 intelligence, and when a minion dies near you or a god, you gain extra stacks. I believe it stacks 5 times, giving you a total of 140 intelligence. Combined with Rada... Why is she just doing that? Combined with Rada Tahuti, it gives you enough intelligence to one-shot an assassin. So long as they're not building tanky, of course. If they're building tanky, then you definitely need penetration. But you will still do a lot of damage, that's for sure. Another character I want to try this on is Agni. I think he would really benefit from Doom Orb. But of course, I'm definitely going to have, like, Bluestone on him. There, maybe? I missed. That's fine. Yeah, I landed 1 ability. Okay, I have enough gold for do more, but I can't just leave because they're in the process of fighting. I landed everything. I barely did damage to him, but I landed everything. Okay. They beats right away. Okay. She's dead. I have no abilities up, and then she wasted her Aegis. Yeah, this is why I prefer the cooldown spam with Spirit Desolation. On the bright side, he is all alone, and he knocked him out of my heal. Gotta love that. Okay, I landed my abilities. Cool, cool. Why is he still in there? Completely landed a horrendous first ability. The shape of the one being a crisscrossing, well, an X, or a set of crisscrossing lines is kind of inconvenient sometimes. I'm just gonna be honest. Peekaboo. Which way are you going? Alright. Well, he made it back here in one piece. Oh, wow. Neath has been gone this whole time. I didn't even notice. Anyways, upgrade Bluestone. Do I need this? Nah. I don't think I need Soul Reaver. Their Sylvanas is tanky, but he is tanky from protections and the fact that he has a healing ability. He's not really tanky from health items. He seems very bubbly though, jumping up and down. I see Rat in the corner. I'm gonna try to land my heal right on top. There's that. He took a lot of damage and he ran. Upgraded Bluestone, baby. If he comes in, I'm just gonna ult. Or I just ult her. Because she did a lot of damage with just 2 autos. Yeah. Someone thought it was a good idea to make Nuwa an ADC. Okay. If I can land an ability, I do damage. If I can land an ability. Wukong is really carrying this match. This guy's a pro. There's some healing from my teammates. Neath is trying to be relevant, I guess. Yeah. Big circles. What is she doing in the corner there? Okay. Ratatouille into Doom Orb seems like a good idea. I'm gonna back off because I don't know where their Nuwa is and I don't want her to come at me from the other side of the jungle like Neath is trying to do. If Nuwa catches her over there, she's dead. There's nothing anyone can do. She's gonna get stunned and autoed and she just disappears. It's time for penetration. And this is the build. Wukong is still top damage, top kills. Okay. Yeah, we need to change that quick. No offense to Wukong. There's no one in the shadows. Where is the assassin? There he is. Come on. Okay, he has Aegis. Of course he has Aegis. He's ulting. He ran away with his ult. I mean, I'll take it. That's an ultimate he won't have for another 90 seconds. Alright. We are doing swell. Oh yeah, with Ratatouille, the stacks fall off one at a time. Although, the item is good for fighting in lane. They're coming. Why is he still doing that? Really? I miss everything? I mean, I landed my 2. Got it. Stun. There we go. Easy double. Really? That didn't kill? I might be dead here. Yep. I really hate Nuwa. I hate Nuwa. And what is Neith doing over here? We fought their entire team in a 3v2 and she's in lane doing... Yeah, what am I looking at? Why is she doing blue buff when Nuwa is gonna push the lane? She's just gonna lose tower for blue buff. What am I looking at? Okay, and now she's gonna die. Okay. So she traded tower for blue buff, then died with blue buff. I hope it was worth it. What? No, 500 with one ability. Yeah, it totally makes sense while building strength. I'm not even gonna try to use abilities on her. She should just die. Then they got fire. Yeah, this Neith is really doing a good job. So we lost the tower, we lost our Phoenix, they got fire because she wanted to get blue buff instead of defending the tower. I'm loving it. Anyways, moving on. I don't really care about winning this match. The goal is to showcase this build and see how much damage Baron can do. And so far, Sun Wukong is doing more damage than me with a hybrid build. That means that Baron doesn't really do a whole lot of damage. That's just the truth. There is no sugarcoating it. If Wukong can be top damage while I have Ratatouille and do more, then Baron just doesn't do damage. Oh, I got a kill. There's that. I'm half health for it, but... I rarely see any good Neith players. Double kill, nice. Can we finish this? Subscribe to Rizzwho on YouTube.
Victory.
Alright, that's game. Yeah, I'm not sure what this Neith was doing, but it was an interesting game. That's the build. And yeah, I hope you guys have fun. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment below. Catch you next game.